Good afternoon. We're meeting today to continue our conversation about digital citizenship, aware that we are raising and educating a new generation of digital natives. This requires us to be different type of instructors. We have to be teaching with integrity and teaching children to encounter technology with integrity as digital citizens. Specifically today, we are going to focus on cyberbullying. And the impact that has on our school. There are statistics that we have to pay attention to. These statistics have been offered to us from CyberBullying.org. It's a fantastic resource. I would encourage you all to take some time and look over that resource. We will be doing so specifically in PLCs later this afternoon as we highlight some information that we feel like we need to go more in depth. Please look at the chart on your left. The percentage of students who felt safe at school. There is a clear difference between the children who felt safe at school, 95.4%, who were not bullied or cyberbullied, versus students who were bullied online, 56.8%. It's even lower than students who were bullied in what we would consider a conventional face-to-face style. Please look at the chart below. There shows an incidence of children skipping school, playing sick, because they had been bullied online or bullied at school. Further, you can tell that it also impacts their ability to learn and feel safe, whether bullying is happening face-to-face or through technology. We know that our school is not immune. Therefore, we need to take action to ensure that we are keeping our children safe. Our district has invested in this technology. We want this technology to be used as a tool for learning, problem solving, collaboration. Therefore, we have to be aware of how our students use school-issued technology in the classroom, outside of the classroom, targeting other students. We need to make students aware of the definition of cyberbullying, teach them what they have to do if they ever have this experience. And we need to have a plan of support for both victims and perpetrators to equip parents on how to deal with an event of cyberbullying. We're responsible for educating not only our staff, but our students, our parents, our community members about the impact of cyberbullying. Let's be clear. We need to have a definition that will allow us to have conversations when we need to have those conversations. The definition, according again to cyberbullying.org, bullying is any unwanted, aggressive behaviors by any other youth or group of youths who are not siblings or current dating partners that involve an observed or perceived power imbalance and is repeated multiple times or is highly likely to be repeated. We need to teach this definition to our children. because we need to understand that we as teachers and educators, we are the front line of support. Therefore, these are some things that you can do in your classroom. You can discuss bullying. You need to give students an opportunity to discuss what's happening. Have a class come up with rules against bullying, involve them in determining what behavior is unacceptable. We need to provide classroom activities, and we're doing so through counseling sessions when counselors are present in your rooms, related to bullying and violence, including the harm that they cause and strategies to reduce them. We need to teach cooperation. Again, this should not be a skill that is only taught by our counselors. This is a skill that we need to be teaching our children in every class session that we have. By teaching cooperation, assigning projects that require cooperation, we are teaching kids how to compromise, how to assert without demanding. We're taking care of a varying group of participants and monitoring the treatment of how those participants are treated in each group. We need to develop a plan, which is why we're discussing this. We need to have a classroom action plan, as we discussed, to involve students in making it so that they know what to do when they observe bully victim confrontation or they hear about it online. We need to take action immediately. By taking action when it is observed, teachers and staff must let children know that they care. This is why we stress relationships with our families and our students. We want them to know that they're safe here and they're not going to be mistreated. By taking immediate action and dealing directly with the perpetrator, the bully, adults support both victim and witnesses. Confront in a private space. We don't want to do this publicly. We don't want to shame any of our children. So we're going to have these conversations in private. Challenging bullies in front of peers may actually enhance their status and lead to further aggression. We don't want to give them power and we don't want to shame them. Involve parents. Obviously, this is a logical next step because parents are part of the support system. Notify parents of both victims and bullies when the confrontation occurs. Listen receptively to parents who report bullying. Investigate reported circumstances so appropriate school action can be taken. Parents have to know that we are doing everything that we can do to ensure that our students are safe and that we are listening to their concerns when they believe their children are not safe. According to Dr. Wild, cyberbullying is poised to turn into the biggest online concern, already affecting up to 35% of all children. That statistic is too high. And we certainly don't want that statistic to become a reality in the halls of our school, because we need to be about learning, not setting up children to feel unsafe. We know that parents need support and education also. So, according to Psychology Today, these are some steps that we can suggest to parents. We're going to promote open dialogue. We're going to create spaces for open discussions about difficult issues. A lot of our kids may experience harassment online due to their body, perceived sexual orientation, gender expression, race, disability, dating, sexual history. Probably not for our little ones, but this is going to start coming into play sooner. We've already seen it in 4th and 5th grade this year. If they can't speak to us as adults, and certainly to their parents, there is a lot of life that we're not going to know about. So again, suggestion for parents is to keep an open conversation happening without judgment and make it safe. commonsensemedia.org has some really fantastic resources to help to help spark these sort of conversations. We need to be aware and respond to warning signs. If a child starts to exhibit any of the following signs: persistent change in attitude or demeanor, avoiding school and peer groups, apathy, signs of depression or self-harm, then we need to find out why. And they are probably going to be reluctant to tell us for fear of losing privileges, or they may be ashamed of what is happening. If adults don't provide immediate support to youth when they are suffering, the long-term consequences are severe. If you don't want to pry or intrude on your child's privacy, think of the consequences. Would you rather be taking them to the hospital or attending their funeral? I mean, that's blunt. I know. But you are the adult. So you need to step out of our comfort zone and be more assertive to find out what's going on and support our children. This graphic has been really helpful and can continue to be helpful as we are having conversations with our younger children. We want to make certain that we are teaching them to protect private information, respect themselves and others, stay safe, stand up to cyberbullying, and make certain that we are balancing time online and in other activities. The next steps to keep our students safe. This will take involvement and education of every student, teacher, and parent. We want to ensure, so these are some of the steps that we are going to do as a school. We are going to educate students in seminar classes. We're going to have weekly lessons in digital citizenship. We have to be proactive. Students will sign a digital oath outlining consequences for violating that oath. We will continue to learn in PD how to responsibly use technology and support our students in using technology as a tool for learning instead of a weapon for hurting other students. We will host family back to school night, and we're going to organize learning rotations. Cyberbullying will be one of the learning centers that parents and students attend. We will have a session for parents and a session for students, and then bring them back together. Therefore, everyone knows the definition, the expectation, the consequences, and supports should a student become a victim on our time, in our school, this is truly going to take everyone. Therefore, we need to ensure that everyone is ready to be an upstander, to be educated, to continue to be invested in learning about how to use technology instructionally, but also to be aware when our best intentions leave room for a student to be hurt. I appreciate your diligence. I know that you're working hard to advocate for your students every day. We will continue the conversation in PLCs. Thank you so much for your focus and your time.